Ooh. Library car. Okay, so I forgot to do an intro for the beginning of this video, so what happened in the previous one was we interrogated Knuckles in the saloon car. We found out that Vector and Shadow came in and Rudy was looking for something. Shadow's looking all the doors and Vector came in just to complete with Knuckles a video game. But why did all of them leave their stations? Let's find out. Hang in there. Oh, that looks like the guy from Super Monkey Ball. That looks like the monkey. Or wait, no, that's not. That's the character from Sonic Forces, the one you can make. Or the one that, like, they made. That looks exactly like it, because you can tell by the hat. And the... Okay, I'm just Sonic nerding over this. All of this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone's favourite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already, before you go, Espy and I want to give you our presents. My presents? You're both too sweet. Thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Have you found any leads yet? Want to join us in finding clues? Have you found any leads? Oh, the detective pair needs help from the birthday girl. Ah, she knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick. But how are you gonna leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key. That's right, the birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye. Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, as I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, just making sure things are going well. Here to ask if anyone's hungry. Starved. I've killed for a chicken parmesan right now. Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now. I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle the raw meat. And I'm Espio, the poet. Ah, poetry, the resonant message from the poet to reader, meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure, teardrops in the spinning. Can you hear me sing? Spring. La la la, dee 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 dee. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Phantom and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh sure, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy told me and Espio to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yup. Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on the cup at the saloon bar. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went in search for the saloon car. She came back shortly after, and we heard her shout, "No way!" at the brochure and stand over there. But she left back to the casino bar before Shadow came through and locked the door. Alright, that's interesting. So whatever Rouge is looking for must be something. And, oh yeah, no, this is what I was talking about. Sonic should be there, but he ended up dying there. That's a long travel, and as what they were just saying now, Sonic, Blaze, Shadow, and Rouge, I think it was, that all came in here, and Amy told these two to stay. So something mighty suspicious is going on. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino door, then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at a Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car, again locking the door behind him. Alright, so he moved from piano to here. The casino. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling in on us, but we got through it alright. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector and Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just gonna peek around, and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post, and determine if SBO was actually in the library reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Right, let's see what we can interact with. So, obviously now there's that, so I need to remember that. There's a brochure thing hanging there. Sonic Foster's character. The door. Some books. Vector. Music notes. Arm. A globe. A trash can. A table. SBO. A bookshelf. A certain specific book. That looks like a character from Sonic Unleashed. The old guy. And that seems to be it other than that. So I'm gonna have a look at this. Chaos Cola. Check out our book club. Book of the month. Gone Gal. I'm gonna probably just go from right to left. So, hang in there. A chow hanging precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, hang in there. Wow, I really needed to see this. Huh? This little chow is hanging there, refusing to use its wings to fly to safety, because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this chow can stick to its principles and find its strength, then I can too. There's no way there was that much thought into this poster. Right? I'm gonna look at this. Ooh, brochures. There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, cabins, hotels, restaurants. Oh! Phantom, look at this. There's a couple maps here. This seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Library map is added to your inventory. Should we take this brochure about a cave too? It looks like there's stalactites. Nah, leave it. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness of caves. Let's look at the books on the ground. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Let's talk to Arm. Oh, poor thing, the Arm is really struggling to clean up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I'm gonna stick with my ideals and go for the trash can. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check here. I hate to say, but there's nothing here. Ah, I really thought there'd be something here. Phantom, are you sad there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm alright. I'm sure, there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah, we gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hid a secret, I'm sure of it. Phantom, you're pretty unconventional, but I like it. Was that supposed to be a compliment? What's with this table? Let's take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are comfy, so plush, puts me right in the mood to read. These make me want to take a nap personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a little bit. Phantom, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? If I had a ring for every time a murder ruined my nap time. Let's look at the globe. A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Ah, sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia, if you've ever been there. I have actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area, and he makes one scrumptious sandwich. I swear that's the guy from Sonic Unleashed. Keep that in mind, thanks. I've not played that in a long time. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? I swear this is the Professor Pickle guy. Or someone from Sonic Unleashed looks exactly like that guy. I swear. I'm gonna talk to Vector and SBO last, so let's look at this suspicious book. What's with this bright red book? Oh yuck, it reeks of the evil scientist, Dr. Eggman. Yup, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Who cares, I wouldn't trust any book that he's written. It's weird it's even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelette. you may not be wrong. Let's look at this. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books, but Sonic needs me. There's no time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging through all the book titles excitedly. He's like a little kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book in these shelves in alphabetical order. But this one, the Mirage Express manual. This is the user guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it's interesting. Let's make a note of this. Mirage Express manual added to your inventory. Alright, is there anything I haven't, like, inspected besides the characters? Because normally at this point, they would. Oh, the door, yeah. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library, he locked this door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow lock is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio and find out what I clicked too early. Vector, did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? I'm a man of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. Oh yeah, he actually does have a ketchup stain. Ketchup? That could be blood. I think if you had a knife on you, we would definitely think you were the murderer. But if I hid the knife, yeah, he's got blood, or ketchup as he says. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Can I take your order? Oh yes please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. This murder mystery is more important. Then why did you show the menu to me? Come on, Phantom, why would you tease him like that? And here I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me. Look, Phantom, you made a fool. Come on, Phantom, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. I smooth things over, but at what cost? Right, I'm gonna interrogate him now. Start interrogation. So, the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Phantom and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio was really reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. Oh. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library, found something, and then left. You said you immediately started reading, but you were actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio was reading, he doesn't stop until it's done. I've seen it happen. Must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. Well, if it was embarrassing, what kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what the book might be. Phantom, could you help me out? I certainly can. Alright, Phantom, what book do you think Espio might have been reading? I definitely think it's the I'm kidding. It's definitely not. It's obviously the Mirage Express manual. An exhaustive manual of the Mirage Express, many features and capabilities. Doesn't seem to mention how to drive the train, which would have been neat. A manual? Do you think Espio was reading instructions? What argument do you have to possibly support this? It wasn't in alphabetical order. Right, I need 40 rings, and there's more room to walk in now. Oh, that was risky. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, so dodge the red. Oh! Oh, this is annoying. It means I can't get all the rings I need. Alright, at least I got the rings, and I got it first try. Oh, shh. There are books scattered around the floor for sure, but the remaining books on the shelves are all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning something. At the very least, pick the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. He looks shocked. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, SPO. Hey no, I won't have you insulting my pal like that. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, SPO. A butcher and a poet, a friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express manual. Trains are cool. If in that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Phantom, if you don't mind. Huh? Could you ask SPO some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask why. Ask any. Oh, I see. Quiz SPO on the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? Page 362, because it's the one that caught my attention first. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks, and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought into the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like SBO aced that question. Phantom, hit him with another one. Okay, which page do I choose? Oh, what? These are different from last time. 89, because I caught my attention. What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds, and you will be charged with a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. The last one, Phantom. Let's see if SEO can go 3 for 3. Gotcha. With this page, I should pick last. This one, because it's... No. Eeny, meeny, miny, this one. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes, totally. It's wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who can read? You have to admit though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate, despite being the truth. Huh. Well, you definitely read through the manual. I suppose we can... SVO, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Oh yeah, Rouge. Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back that up. Phantom? He always puts me on the spot. Alright, Phantom, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw SBO reading, but what? That's... I'm saying it's this because Shadow left and did whatever he needed. I like these little, like, illustrations. They give it like a comic book feel. A lock that supposedly Shadow has been placing on multiple doors of the train. Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell, what has this got to do with anything? We're up, Phantom. Let's get our argument together. Oh god. Right, how many rings? 50. Probably gonna have the same red rule. Where I have to dodge the red. Yep. Oh, what the? I was not paying attention. Okay, if they're coming faster than I thought. Oh gosh, no! Oh no! Come on, please! Oh, thank God! I actually got scared then. I don't know what happens if you don't meet the ring requirement, because every time I died, I fell into the void. Shadow walked through the library card to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it, and it wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Hence the headphones. SVO said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, SVO was fully seated, reading his book for a good while at this point. Huh. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon to lock all the doors, then at what moment were you really in the library at all? How would Espio leave? Shadow locks all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Phantom. One that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved in my book I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? Defend Espio or join Tails? As it stands, Tails does seem like he's got a good point, and he does seem a bit suspicious. Espio's sus, so I'm joining Tails. No, I can't interrupt Tails when he's onto something. I'll let him continue this line of questioning, and... Phantom, my favorite and beloved employee, please protect the passengers aboard this train. They must be taken care of. If you fail, the lawsuits will be torturous, and we won't allow such an old, feeble soul to get sued. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails, we have a piece of evidence that can solve all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? The brochure. It could be the train map. No, they must have seen if Shadow was there. What about this? Let's see. So that's the door. Wait, actually. From door to door, and let's say Espio was reading at any one of these tables. Let's say he was reading here. He wouldn't have seen him there. No, this is where we are, because that's where that stand is. That's where that brochure thing is, right there. And I don't remember seeing anything else. And it's got to be this. And alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. Alright, so I was right. It must be though. Like, there's no way it can't be. Alright, 55. Oh, I didn't mean to do it. I've got enough rings, so if whoa! That was... don't ask what that was, don't ask what that was. Alright, I did it. Oh, wow. I was like, really quiet then. I was really focusing then. The library map. Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another. A straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen each other. Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow not to see him? Here. Here's that. Oh, well, I actually get to choose. I'm saying here, because that's what I saw first. Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot, because a bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio, or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth, but I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all our questions. We did it. Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything has straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and SBO. Give 'em heck, and if you need any meat chopped, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murder is on the loose. While doors keep getting locked, tick-tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Phantom, let's see what's next. Coming. So, I'm gonna go. But, I'm gonna leave this video here. Thanks for watching. If you liked, watch the next one, which is probably gonna come out in another day or so. If you enjoyed, subscribe. That's all I basically have to say. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.